Hello dear teacher. At this moment I am going to talk about the subject using classroom-based language assessment. Difference between language teaching and language assessment. Language teaching. Language teaching is intended to teach a second language other than the mother tongue, and therefore the teacher must have total knowledge based on this language to be taught, which must involve students with teaching learning tasks that help them develop this new language, whose purpose is for students to learn and get to work easily but successfully, obtaining a language ability in the new language. It should be emphasized that it's very important that the teacher has the techniques, skills, teaching learning strategies to achieve good student learning. Example: a common task-based teaching learning activity for the students may, for example, be for students to plan a group vacation with the teacher and then give a short presentation of their planning. But first the teacher will make an example of planning a trip to teach them how to do it. Another example: the teacher writes a text on the board for the students to read and write the unknown words in their notebook, and after the teacher explains the unknown words, the students must make a short summary of the text. Language assessment. Language assessment is a very important tool in teaching learning because it defines the level of linguistic knowledge of the students and therefore helps him during the teaching learning process in the classroom. Through the evaluation, teachers use a language test to determine if the students meet the set of necessary skills in the classroom or if they need more training or teaching strategies that the teacher should propose in the classroom. Example: an example of a language assessment may be that the teacher, after having taught some vocabulary words, takes cards writing each vocabulary word and evaluates each student by showing him the card with the word so that the students say the pronunciation and meaning in a way orally, and finally make a sentence with the word that was touched. Other example: another example of language assessment is for a teacher to put pictures on the board where the students describe the object they want, which this assessment will not be a surprise to the students because they have already seen this topic, and therefore, what they have already seen, the teacher will evaluate the linguistic performance of the students. Difference between language teaching and language assessment. Language teaching, teachers and students interact. Language assessment, teacher and students interact. Language teaching, teacher presents teaching, learning, assessment to students. Language assessment, the teacher evaluates the students' acquired knowledge. Language assessment, the teacher rates the performance of the students. Language teaching, the teacher promotes ease of learning. How do language teaching and language assessment inform each other? Language teaching and language assessment inform each other in two very important ways. What the teacher evaluates his students is based on the teaching learning contents that he uses in the classroom. It is very important to emphasize that the teacher cannot evaluate something that he has not taught. The assessment task models will be similar to the task models that the teacher uses in the classroom with their students. The assessment also informs the teacher because the teacher, through the results, can improve the teaching learning strategy. This is my contribution based on teaching language and assessment language. Bye.